Thank you for joining us. We are proud to be able to present you some water conservation ideas, as this is Smart Irrigation Month. July is Portland's hottest, driest month of the year, and major focus with landscape contractors is to help manage and provide water coverage to landscapes and try to do that as efficiently, as inexpensively as possible. Water conservation measures are great ROI, and we are here to present to you some great ideas for water conservation. Civic Landscape Management has created a new service in helping people improve their water efficiency and save resource dollars. We are developing these water conservation plans that will outline the most cost-effective solutions to help you reduce your water, keep your landscape beautiful, and save in operational dollars. Water rates are rising as the fastest rising utility cost for properties. Water is one of the most expensive components of managing a suburban project, and water conservation projects have great return on investment. Our water conservation plans help you save water and save money. There are many components of a plan. We will document the entire system and make recommendations on how to upgrade and improve your system to correct design deficiencies, age-related problems, or a changing landscape. Our water plans include converting irrigation to newer, better providing technology, reconfiguring irrigation systems, and even evaluating if the landscape needs to change because it is difficult to water regardless of a new technology. One of the basic components of our plan will be a documentation of your system that you will get electronically in paper, showing where all components are, what types of components, and it's a resource document that can be used and updated forever. We'll also provide a list and prioritize that list of upgrades that could be done to the property to improve water conservation. We'll also include pictures and descriptions of the issues to give a visual outline of the recommended upgrade. We need to access the irrigation controller. Oftentimes they're difficult and challenging to get to in an industrial complex. They often put them in the electrical rooms, which are secured and difficult to access. Of course, we know where the controller is, but we want to verify how many open zones there are and what the configuration is, so if there's any modifications to the zoning, that we have that information as a part of this plan. One of our first steps is to locate and document the point of connection, the backflow device, and make sure that we understand what the system capabilities of flow are. We will evaluate each zone to make sure that it has the appropriate operating pressure. It's often inappropriate pressure provides inappropriate performance, and this can be corrected by renozzling. Common problem with shrub bed sprinklers is they don't pop up high enough as the plants grow. This sprinkler is shooting into the ground cover and even a low-growing shrub blocking the pattern. And as you see, there's water pooling up by the sprinkler and no water closer in. In the same area, another sprinkler is blowing into the ground cover. This is an area that either a high pop sprinkler head or drip irrigation should be installed to water this landscape more efficiently, allowing us to reduce water and save money. A common problem is sprinklers get tipped over and need to be reset. This sprinkler is at a 20-degree angle and it's not getting the spray pattern desired. Sprinklers need to be reset so they are straight up and down. Oftentimes, irrigation was installed for establishment and continues to run. Part of our plan will be making recommendations to modify zones that have both formal landscape and bioswale or established native plantings. This is an area that does not need to be watered, and it was irrigated with a shrub bed and can be turned off or disconnected. Landscape elimination is another thought. Here we have struggling grasses up against a fence next to a water quality facility. We could eliminate the irrigation here, putting down rock and cleaning this up and eliminating the water usage, saving significant dollars. When this was installed, the heads were put in with a proper rotation, but as the tree roots have changed the watering need, it's drier near some heads. A solution here would likely be changing the nozzles to put down more water where it's dry and potentially lowering the nozzle rates where it is wet in the middle. Challenging environment where tree roots are complicating the water needs. Re-nozzling is a common occurrence as we have a zone here that has dry spots on one side and wet spots on the other. The water need is significantly different based on the location, and changing out nozzles to improve and increase the water where it's dry is a great solution to save water. Here we have a tree square that has a sprinkler in it, and most of the water is spraying over onto the sidewalk. A solution here would be converting this to a bubbler or drip irrigation to keep the water in the tree circle with the tree. Trees are beautiful and wonderful, but trees over lawn can be very, very challenging, as we've showed several examples of here. Here's an area where we have a tree, and as it continues to mature, it's going to outcompete the lawn for water. A great place for lawn conversion. Drip irrigation is a good choice where you have shrubs growing up. Here the water is currently running, but it is drip irrigation under the bark dust. All the plants are happy and no water or overspray. Parking islands should not have turf in them. Examples of great ways to make a beautiful parking island with lower maintenance and minimal water usage here. Mature trees are wonderful and beautiful, and where planted appropriately, do quite well. Although the challenge is trees need water, and tree roots are going to find and look for water. As you see here, these tree roots are going long and far, and look, they found where we're watering. This is a great place to do lawn elimination. It's a small lawn, not sure why they put it here at all. Very difficult to water, and it's being impacted by trees that are 40 feet away. Parking strips are very challenging and require a tremendous amount more water. Converting these areas to shrubs or rock is a much better solution to save water and keep the landscape looking attractive. Parking strips are challenging places, as we've talked about, to grow lawns, so using shrubs are a great alternative. This is way more attractive than it would be if it was a lawn challenged by the growing trees. This area under a tree is struggling with competition with roots and is a great location for lawn conversion of some kind. A similar area on the same property where there once was lawn, it was converted, again, maybe to super simple bark dust. A few boulders and a few spot plants in here might make it look a little more attractive, but does look way better than the dry, patchy lawn that is outcompeted by the tree roots. An area that should be converted to shrub bed in and around this entrance sign, as the tree roots are causing problems, making it difficult to water this along with the rest of the zone. So simply removing the turf here, putting in some bark dust, a few boulders, and maybe a couple other plants. A very inexpensive conversion that would eliminate dry lawn and reduce water usage. This area was once upon a time turf and a larger tree. Not only did they convert it to shrub bed, they actually removed the tree. What a much better, simplistic landscape, easier to irrigate and much more attractive than dry lawn. This area, when originally installed, was all lawn with trees planted in it. Very challenging to maintain and very challenging to water, as cars overhung both sides, and when it watered, water flowed down the hill. Lawn conversion long ago was uber simple here with just bark dust, but a few boulders and a few spot plants in here could make it a little more attractive and not require any water at all. This parking strip at our office in Hillsboro was once lawn. We were very much struggling to keep it alive and looking green, as the tree roots were out competing the grass. We removed the grass and planted shrubs, boulders, and rocks in this area, and we've reduced the water usage by 90%, and it's way more attractive than it was before. Lawn in wide open areas is very easy to maintain and irrigate. Lawn in tight areas with tree roots and concrete on both sides is an area where lawn should be converted. We are strong proponents of the use of rock. Rock doesn't need water and can be very attractive, and when mixed with shrubs can be very attractive. This is the entrance of our office in Hillsboro, which used to be a flower bed, and we've reduced the water need by converting it to rock and some drought-tolerant perennials. Highly recommend the use of more rock in landscapes. We've had some customers push back about rock as thinking that there is a liability issue with people picking up rocks and throwing them at cars or building windows. We have yet to see this,
and are not as concerned about that and think that it is a very good long-term solution for reducing water and even reducing the need to ever rebark dust again. More expensive than bark dust, but significantly cheaper to maintain and does not have to replace in the long term. Another solution that we're providing for lawn conversion is ecological lawn. As opposed to eliminating the lawn or going to non-irrigated lawn, you can convert to an ecological lawn which incorporates clover and other blooming components into a lawn. They are much more drought tolerant and provide natural fertilization, so you can water less, mow less, and not have to fertilize at all. Ecological lawn is a great option for areas like this, which is the backside of a mini storage, which is very little seen by patrons of the mini storage. This area would be difficult and expensive to convert to anything else, and ecological lawn has reduced our maintenance by 30% in this area. Another very interesting water conservation solution is non-irrigated turf. These berms take a significant amount of water, and actually the irrigation coverage is poor and it's difficult to keep completely green. We have worked with the customer to have this become a non-irrigated lawn, and it's going to save tremendous amounts of water, and when all brown, I think it looks better than it would be patchy green with bright dry spots.
Thank you for this opportunity to present our thoughts on water conservation in landscapes. Remember, water rates are rapidly rising and they're going to continue to rise. Water conservation in your landscape is a great way to invest into your property with great return on investment. I hope we've provided you some ideas today that you could utilize to help you improve your water efficiency in your landscape. You can work with us, you can work your existing landscaper on your site, but we encourage you to take water conservation as an important aspect of the management of your commercial property. Thank you.